Now, what is happening in Karnataka? Rumors of a leadership change in the Karnataka BJP are once again doing the rounds, now more heated than ever. This after the Karnataka Congress tweeted that the state will see a change in chief ministership under the BJP government. What fueled Congress's tweet is news clip of Minister Umesh Katti claiming that he too is in the race for the top job. Launching a fresh attack, the Karnataka Congress mocked Chief Minister B.S. Bommai, branding him nothing more than a puppet chief minister. The party said that Karnataka chief ministers are like puppets of the BJP High Command and are kicked about at the whims of the central leadership. But after being provoked repeatedly by the Congress, which seems to be fishing in troubled waters, today Bommai broke his silence, hitting back at the Congress, dismissing speculation of any change and saying not only will he lead the BJP into elections, but also lead it after.
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಇದು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸತಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅವರೇನೋ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಂತ್ರ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯ ತುಂಬ ಜನರ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹರಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಜನ ಯಾರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನು ನಂಬೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಂಬರ್ ಒನ್, ನಂಬೋ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಸ್ಥಿತಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಸತ್ಯ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಈ ಮಾತುಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಧಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದೊಂದು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಪ್ರೇರಿತವಾಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಸ್ಥಿತಪ್ರಜ್ಞನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ಣಯಗಳು ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗ್ತದೆ.
Let's now listen in to what the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee President D.K. Shivkumar said when questioned about the BJP's assertion that talks of any change is nothing more than rumors that are being actively spread by the Congress.
BJP ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಪ್ಪ, ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. BJP ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಪಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. BJPಯ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳು, ಮಾಜಿ ಶಾಸಕರು, ಮಾಜಿ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಅವರೇ CM ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಆಹಾರನ, ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಮಾಹಿತಿನ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
So what really is going on? Is there trouble in the BJP's paradise, or is the Congress trying to create some? Let me go straight across to Mohan Krishna, spokesperson of the BJP, Brijesh Kalapa, senior advocate. And my first question is to you, Tehseen Poonawalla. Where did this entire thing begin? Mr. Bommai is saying, I'm okay. B.S. Yediyurappa is saying he's okay. Everyone in the BJP is saying they are okay. But you are insisting that something is going to happen. Where did you get this from?
Padmaja, whether something happens in the short term or it happens when the assembly elections here, one thing is absolutely certain: the 40% commission sarkar is out of Karnataka, never to return back to the state of Karnataka. And of course, Yediyurappa ji will defend Mr. Bommai. He's his prodigy. Of course, Mr. Bommai is also dynast. That's another matter of the hypocrisy. But he will defend him. But that doesn't matter. The BJP in Karnataka is a divided house. Everyone's vying for the post of, trying to vie for the post of temporary chief minister.
How is it divided? The strongest person there in the BJP, B.S. Yediyurappa, has said that Mr. Bommai is going to continue to be the chief minister before and after the elections. What is the divide?
That's because Mr. Yediyurappa has no choice but to defend Mr. Bommai, because Mr. Yediyurappa installed Mr. Bommai. But nobody else has spoken up for Mr. Bommai. Have any of his contemporaries? Mr. Yediyurappa is already in semi-retirement, spoken up saying that he'll continue to be chief minister. And why are they fighting for the seat now? Because they know when the assembly elections come, BJP is not going to come into power in Karnataka. So they're trying to be temporary chief ministers, the night watchman.
On the other hand, if they knew that BJP is not going to come to power, why would they want to take it on them? They would want Mr. Bommai to be there to blame it on him, right? What fool would say, no, make me chief minister for 6 months so that you can blame the loss on me?
Because the amount of corruption, 40% is a lot of money, Padmaja. Karnataka is one of the richest states, no thanks to the BJP, thanks to the Congress. And 40% commission is a lot. So in 6 months they'll earn a lot. And then they can spend that money on trying to buy MLAs or trying to buy other governments. That's how BJP functions.
Okay, Mr. Mohan Krishna, why is nobody defending Mr. Bommai other than B.S. Yediyurappa?
Padmaja, the dustbin narrative of Congress, I call it as dustbin narrative, is absolutely showing their strength. It is not their weakness. the strength of Congress is today, their house is totally divided and they want to see the other house. Padmaja, it is ridiculous statement what Tehseen Poonawalla is saying, 40%. कहाँ दिखाइए तहसीन पूनावाला जी, अरे दिखाइए आपका केम्पन्ना द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स एसोसिएशन को होम मिनिस्ट्री एंड पीएमओ हैज सेंट अ लेटर. He is not able to answer to that letter. Please give the clarification, please give the proof of 40%. Even after 3 months he is not able to produce. From where you have got this 40%? You are DK Shivkumar, who has looted this state, and he is under ED and he is under DA case. He is already on bail. And your leader in National Herald case, he is under bail.
Okay.
You are talking about divided house of BJP, Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla. Arey, come on, Padmaja. Is this not a joke of the year?
Or is
And
it
coming to the point,
Okay.
why? Yediyurappa is our tallest leader in Karnataka. Do you want more than that? Or do you think that time and again for your information just to console you whenever you raise the issue of change of leadership, High Command has to come and talk to you all the time? No, Padmaja, I am sorry. High Command has clearly said, Mr. Nadda has said, our President Mr. Nadda has said, and our Home Minister Amit Shah has visited Mr. Bommai's house for a lunch. That was a clear message that Mr. Bommai, we are with you.
Okay, so over
And that
lunch it
is
has been
the-
decided that
the
Mr.
clearest
Bommai is
message.
packing a punch.
And
So is this the
Honorable
Congress's...
Mr. Modi came
Let me ask
Bangalore.
Brijesh Kalappa.
He has inaugurated 600 crores.
Okay, so he has been, Mr. Bommai has been given the go-ahead in the lunch, but Brijesh Kalappa, is this an effort by the Congress to try and offset the turbulence they are facing within? To say we might be having a bit of a problem, but so does the BJP, so you've got a choice between two unstable parties.
See, Padmaja, I don't want to get into this tutu meme. I'd only like to say that as far as Mr. Bommai is concerned, he is known to be an outstanding administrator. Not just in his term as the Minister for Water Resources, where I personally worked with him, and also when he was Home Minister and so on and so forth. He is a person who really has a grip on how the state is run, and he is a person who genuinely knows how to, steer things, whether in the legislature or outside, in terms of administration. So therefore, as far as Mr. Bommai is concerned, it's a political decision, I don't know. But as far as being a citizen is concerned, I can certainly say that as far as Mr. Bommai is concerned, he is a good administrator.
No, he is a great administrator, but is the BJP considering replacing
I can
him?
only hope. No, I can only hope that the BJP does not make such a mistake, because, see, ultimately you must realize that even on the last occasion, the BJP had 3 turns as Chief Minister. I hope they don't make the same mistake this time. And I think insofar as Mr. Bommai is concerned, he's doing a fairly good job, and he should be allowed to go on, because this is in the interest of the state that I'm speaking, because the state's interests will always suffer, because in terms of continuity, if there is a change, if in terms of who is the Chief Minister, I think it's going to affect the state. Therefore, from the state's point of view, I wish Mr. Bommai continues in office.
Tehseen Poonawalla.
By all means, it looks like the BJP is planning to continuing.
Okay, Tehseen Poonawalla.
I respect Brijesh a lot. He's a dear friend. But, if BJP says, sure, sir, let me finish and then I'll come. Yes, sure, let me finish. But if Brijesh says that Mr. Bommai is in the state's interest, then you can take it in writing. Anything that's in the interest of the state or on a macro level in the interest of the country is against the interest of the BJP. So the BJP will remove it, because BJP is the opposite of progress.
Come on, Tehseen, that's hardly a logic. That's hardly a logic. You just call him 40% sarkar ka neta.
Yeah.
And Brijesh Kalappa is
so.
saying he's an outstanding administrator.
I've given evidence for that. I'm giving evidence. I'm quoting Economic Times.
But
the Lingayat. Sir, let me finish. Sir, let me give evidence, then you rebut. Sir, let me give you evidence. The Economic Times second page, the political page, Lingayat CS has blamed his government for charging 30% commission. So for contractors, 40%. The contractor committed suicide, then Mr. Ishwarappa resigned. Now CS are saying 50%.
And he was cleared
now
of
please say that they're also lying. Please say the Lingayat religious leaders are also lying. Now say that also on TV. Say Economic Times is also spreading spreading fake news.
Okay.
All you say is everybody's lying.
Please, I think I have to intervene in.
Okay, yes, Mr. Krishna, go on. Yes.
No, I think Tehseen Poonawalla is going.
Am I lying or is it true? Did the Lingas...
Go on, yes, Mr. Krishna, your time.
Question, yes or no? Simple question. Yes or no? 30%. Yes or no, sir? Just answer that.
Tehseen Poonawalla, you should learn the habit of listening.
Ji, sir.
Absolutely rubbish what you are talking, 40%, 30% here. Where is the proof, Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla? Your leaders in Karnataka, they are fighting for CM post. You are talking about divided house of BJP. Shall I show you the list of the candidates of your Congress today? Right from DK Shivkumar, Siddaramaiah, MB Patil, then Parameshwaran, and who not may come. SR Patil, Mr. Karge names SR Patil. What more list you want? Come on, you are divided house. See, look, Padmaja. Basically, Congress is totally lost. They have lost in the country. They have lost in the state also. People don't believe what the Congress says. In front of the people, Rahul Gandhi says, just because Siddaramaiah came. So what about DK Shivkumar then? Then he says DK Shivkumar is a very good guy. He is only controlled. That Sidhu Chennikar जो पंजाब में हुआ, वही कहानी कर्नाटक में भी होने वाला है तहसीन पूनावाला जी. समझ लीजिए कर्नाटक वाले इतना फूल नहीं है. आप फूल नहीं डाल सकते कान पे, ठीक है? आपका काम सिर्फ जो है वहाँ हारने के लिए करो.
Okay, respond Tehseen Poonawalla. And just by the way,
निकल गया है हारने का.
One line.
Okay, Muhurat nikal gaya hai. And just by the way, since you're talking about divided house, let us not forget that it needed a nudge from Rahul Gandhi even to get your two leaders to hug. I mean, you were supposed to fight the election together. They weren't even willing to hug each other on stage till the time, very benevolently smiling Rahul Gandhi nudged the two of them.
With humility and with folded hands, I thank you, sir, for saying that Congress has such a house of talent while you're a house of corruption, a house of cards that's going to fall down in Karnataka. And sir, सारे देश में एक ही नारा, सारे
divided.
Let me finish, sir. Let me finish, sir.
That is
let me also give my line. You gave your line.
Karnataka.
Sir, you gave your line. Allow me also give my line.
Tehseen Poonawalla wants to deliver his punchline. Give him that. Mohan Krishna, yes.
सारे देश की एक ही फूल, कमल का फूल. You fooled the entire country. So the Kamal is going to get completely withered from the great state of Karnataka into 2024.
Okay, quick response, Mohan Krishna, then I want to bring back Brijesh Kalappa.
फूल ही है, तेसी जी हमारा फूल है. देखो.
Yes, Mr. Krishna.
See, the Congress is a withered Congress. This is not a single Congress today. You come and talk. See, you have Hari Prasad talking something. You have DK Shivkumar talking something. See, every day they want to build a dustbin narrative. I call it as dustbin narrative. The Congress is building dustbin narrative to build a castle in the air that as if they have come to the power already. They are searching for who is going to be the chief minister, who is the home minister. Already cabinet is there, Padmaja. Do you know? All 12 people are fighting for chief minister post and rest of them for cabinet. But the fact of the matter is they don't have the strength of even 75 today.
Okay, but Brijesh Kalappa, after what has happened in Bihar,
of the people of Karnataka.
Do you also read a little bit of confidence in suddenly the posture of the Congress in Karnataka, given what has happened in Bihar, far away in Bihar? Nothing is impossible apparently.
No, in politics, a week is a long time in politics, so therefore nothing is possible. But insofar as the Congress is concerned, Congress has to surmount several issues. One is, of course, like you pointed out, the fact that the two leaders have to kind of get together. But even if they did get together, I've always made this point that in 2018, both Mr. Shivkumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah were together. And they were working very effectively together. Yet, they only were able to get 80 seats. So, those issues which were at large in 2018, have they been remedied substantially? Why did they not win in 2018? Why did they only get 80 seats? And today, what is the issue that is going to help them surmount this extraordinary kind of resistance? And how will they reach 120? That is the big point. And according to me, I think that's a big kind of obstacle to surmount. But I don't know if they'll be able to do that.
What has changed between then and now, Tehseen Poonawalla?
What's changed is that they faced anti-incumbency in 2018. They don't face that now. And the BJP's performance in Karnataka has been disaster. The BJP wants to get the Uttar Pradesh model into Karnataka. And that's an insult to the great state of Karnataka. And sir, I accept with you. The Congress is a smaller, weaker party. But even in the great battle of Mahabharata, the Pandavas had a smaller army than the Kauravas. Ultimately, we saw who won.
All right, we have immediately come to the Mahabharata. Now I'm going to leave it at that. But the way in which suddenly you see the... Okay, last 10 seconds, Mr. Krishna. Last 10 seconds. Okay.
Congress says our Honorable Chief Minister Bommai is a puppet. Yes, he is a puppet. Puppet of people. Puppet of BJP. Puppet for the people. And he will work for the people. He is a hard-working guy. Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla. ख्वाब मत देखिए आपका कांग्रेस नीचे है और नीचे ही रहेगा. As Mr. Kalappa said, there is no issues for them except dustbin narrative. They don't have anything, Padmaja.
Okay, everyone is full of punchlines. It will hold you in good stead, gentlemen. The elections are very, very close. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for having joined me on the Newshour Agenda. Thanks for watching.